Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, welcome to Red State Update. This is Jackie Brawls.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Welcome back to the Red State Update podcast. Sorry we're a few days late on this one. It's hard to do a weekly podcast when you don't know what day it is.
There were 3 days in a row this week that I thought were Thursday, and not one of them was.
You got to live your life like every day's Thursday, Jackie. It's Corona time now.
What is it?
Corona time?
Corona time.
Hey, there were some days this week I don't want to live over again.
I don't want to live any of them over again. When I remember this one of the worst weeks in America for me personally as a human being. What do you got the thing up there? What is that?
I was just taking a picture
What is
to
it?
remember.
What is it?
I have to take a picture of every day so I know which one is Thursday.
Oh, okay. That's the only good reason I've ever heard for having one of them damn phones in your pocket for. Yeah, this is a horrible week. I hope y'all got through it better than I did. I just didn't want to look at nothing, talk to anybody, do any damn thing. And we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Well, we always do trying to make these things, but there's a few times we tried to do it and the thing wouldn't work. So keep your fingers crossed we'll get through it this time. But, there's a whole lot of stuff this week that I don't particularly feel like I'm ready to talk about or really want to talk about, but that's what we do, so we might as well talk about it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see why you're not happy that Kim Jong is alive.
Is he alive? I don't know. I don't believe in no conspiracy stuff, but over there, that stuff is crazy. They don't know, they do all sorts of things. People say, does he have a double of this and that? I don't know. If he's feeding his family members to dogs and they assassinate people in other countries in the airport and on and on and on, it all sounds like James Bond anyway. So why wouldn't he have a double? I don't know.
What if the only Kim Jong-un that ever liked Trump was one of his doubles?
It could be the case. It could be, yeah.
It's like a Prince and the Pauper kind of thing, except there's a double who just really thinks Trump is great.
That's like, remember that movie Dave?
Mm-mm.
Old Dave went on bad. Dave did his president's taxes, or no, he didn't do his taxes. What was it? Anyhow, president died somehow, and they put Dave in there.
You've been watching Dave down there in Corona bunker?
I ain't seen it since it come out. I just remember a man went in the White House. It wasn't a president, looked like him, and everybody said it was. Of course, he turned out being a better man than whoever the president was. So in this case, maybe that'd work in North Korea or here for that matter. Maybe I feel bad for anybody that looks like a president, though. I say right now, if anybody looks like him, I mean, I hope you make a little extra money doing appearances and stuff. But good Lord,
Anybody that looks like a president always winds up having to do birthday parties and jump out of cakes and stuff like that. Now, look who's here. It's LBJ.
Yeah. Well, people, that wouldn't work no more. People don't remember him unless you're my age. Like he had a party with a bunch of youngsters. They ain't going to know who LBJ is.
Well, would you want me to hire LBJ impersonator for your next birthday?
No, I don't. No. I don't want any of them at my birthday. I don't want no president there. At one time, it'd been nice to have George W. Bush, but the real one. I don't want a pretend one. Like George W. Bush come over, I always said have a beer with you, something like that. That always was a nice little, something to think about. Wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, now this was a week when George W. Bush people come out and said, oh, George W. Bush, he don't seem so bad. And then when you say that, a lot of people come out and say, oh, George W. Bush don't seem so bad. Well, let me remind you. And then those people get mad. That's what happens now. It's just people getting mad. But with George W. Bush, he did make Trump mad, so that's a point in his column.
Well, everything makes Trump mad, though. You can't be special that way. I mean, unless you're Stephen Miller, you're probably making him mad at one time or another. Hell, Fox News, you love Fox News, but half the time you're mad at them. So that ain't much of an achievement to make him mad. I guess getting his attention for 2 seconds in order to make him mad, maybe that's some sort of achievement. That's Don Lemon every night.
Jackie, did you and Miss Broles okay down there in the bunker still? You still got plenty of Vienna sausages, or?
We got Vienna sausages. I got some bologna. I got some pimento cheese and some wieners. So far, so good. She's taking a nap right now. We're just doing it best we can. I try to look as little as news as possible, but unfortunately, I see some of it and like that can't be. At this point, there ain't nothing that's going to convince me that that ain't true. No, I don't know anymore. Like, well, that could happen. I mean, imagine what. I don't even know how to say this right. Go back about 4 months. No, you have to go back. I guess you have to go back about 3 damn years. And then, like, what would you believe that can't be true? Trump didn't do that. I mean, other than, save Obamacare and other than that, I mean, what the hell? I don't know what to put past him at this point. There ain't nothing that's going to surprise me. It'll please stuff make me mad, make me, what the hell now? But, I mean, who knows what he's going to do?
Well, he didn't wear a mask to the mask factory.
Yeah.
He's not going to wear a mask, even though 2 of his closest. He's got one of his valets has coronavirus, and Katie Miller, who's married to Stephen Miller, has coronavirus.
Yeah.
She's Pence's press secretary.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're both sick, but Trump supposedly won't wear a mask.
And didn't Trump go was around a bunch of old World War II people not too long ago when he went to the gonna kill everyone? I don't know. I'm surprised that he only got 2 of them that close to him that's sick. I just anticipated them being, plus by watching them everywhere they go, whatever they do, it ain't gonna be too long now.
I found a description of what a valet does. Valets assist the president and first family with a variety of personal tasks. It's from CNN. They're responsible for the president's food and beverage, not only in the West Wing, but also travel with him when he's on the road or out of the country. So basically, they're just doing KFC runs all the time. Is it if your job was to get food for Trump and watch him eat it, do you think you might try to get coronavirus on purpose? Just get a little sick leave.
I would. I'm already just after that description. I'm already sick. I think I got it from just hearing what you said.
Past presidents have relied on them not only for these matters, but also as confidants. So Trump tells you what he wants to eat, and he's probably real mean about it. Like, what you want to eat tonight, Mr. President? He's like, KFC. He's like, okay, well, I said KFC. And then you got to go out to KFC or Taco Bell or Hardee's or wherever, and you got to get everything that he ordered. You got to bring it back, and I'm sure he inspects it. It's like, or maybe he just grabs it. It's like, okay. And then he eats, and then he gets sad after he eats, like we all do, about what we're doing to our bodies. And he probably calls them in. It's like, look, I'm sorry I was rough grabbing that bag. I just need somebody to talk to right now. And his fingers are greasy. He's probably wiping them on the valet's shirt. Yeah, this is a case of somebody contracting it on purpose. Somebody needing a break.
I'm twice
and just taking a gamble. Just taking a gamble on it.
Yeah.
Jackie, if you really want to get sick, remember that Katie Miller has to fuck Stephen Miller.
All right, I'm about to say, I don't want to say it that way, but I'm about to say she probably got it on purpose too. Wouldn't blame her. If you was around your whole day, the first half of the day, you're around Mike Pence, and then the second half of the day, when you go home, you're around Stephen Miller. That poor woman.
I know it's a trap when you start feeling sorry for people. When you pick people out, you're like, oh well, Melania, maybe she don't mean to, and you start feeling sorry for some of these villains. But she is definitely a villain. But maybe she's one of the ones that like turn good at the last minute. She'll just remember the last time Stephen Miller touched her.
No.
What if Stephen Miller was the one who had to take care of you? What if Stephen Miller was your husband and he had to come home and you just know he's going to make you all racist somehow? Like you're burning up like an immigrant.
Yes,
I can't look at you right now.
Speaking of burning up immigrant, I didn't want to get on this topic, but that just was stuck in my head. Now, you heard about the wall. The president wants to paint it black. Have you heard this? An extra, what is it, $500 million, something like that, to go down this wall and paint it all black. It's not like you could use that $500 million right now for something else. It's not like, maybe you could move that money over here or there just until, things maybe even out. No, $500 million to paint the damn wall black. And you told me earlier why it was. Now, tell me again.
Well, Trump has been pushing this for a long time. It says here in this article that he jokingly in 2018 told aides that he wanted the black wall. And he said that at one of his golf clubs, they had a snack shop between the holes, and they had put in, and of course, if Trump is going there, you got to have a snack shop between every hole. And so they're going there, they're ordering their hot dogs and drinks, and he said there was a black granite countertop that when he put his arm on it, it burnt him because it was so hot. Momentarily burned their arms when they touched it, and he must have said, this is a way to burn Mexicans. I cannot wait to paint that shit black.
$500 million way to burn Mexicans. Just the dumbest man, one of the dumbest men alive, I'm going to say. I'm going to say one of the dumbest human beings, certainly in history. As history goes down, regardless what Bill Barr says the winners write history or whatever it is, you're going to look back at the dumbest presidents, he going to top it off. George Bush had, he's a damn saint now. Yeah, don't tell everybody on the computer, but yeah.
No, you're gonna get in trouble like Ellen, Jackie. You and Ellen. Why don't you call your best friend Ellen up? Everybody on Twitter hates Ellen. This is how, I know that Twitter is not the real world because everybody on Twitter hates Ellen. But if you just walk into a Target and yell 6 feet away, like, hey, you like Ellen? They'd be like, I guess.
Everybody hates everybody on Twitter, computer, Facebook, all of it. That's what I don't think that the world. I don't think he's set up. I don't think everybody's supposed to know how I feel about everything all the time. I don't think that's a necessity to the human race, our culture, whatever you want to call it. Used to have somebody review a movie and didn't like it, wrote it up. And you read their review and you got mad about it. You had to sit down and write the editor, write a little, how dare they didn't have their opinion of that movie was full of it and blah, blah, blah. You sent them out like it was a slow process. It took some time. And that's about where it should be. And usually by the time you finish writing that letter, it's like, oh, what the hell? And you throw it away anyhow. But now it's 24/7. This, that, I'm mad at this. Before you can even respond, being mad at that, you're gonna get mad at something else over here. I just don't think everybody needs to know how we feel about everything all the damn time. I don't think anybody needs to know that. We do this an hour a week. Well, try to. A little late. Sorry, everybody. But I mean, that's more than enough right there, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be telling people not to let people know how they feel when we got a podcast.
Well, that's an hour a week. I ain't sending something for them to listen to every 2 minutes.
Poor Mrs. Brawls, though. So how you feel about Twitter is how Mrs. Brawls feels about you right now.
Well, she sleeps. She can't hear this.
Pretending.
Well,
Playing possum.
Either way, what am I supposed to do about it? When she's hungry, I feed her. When she needs, if she needs something, I'm gonna turn this off, go over and help her. But she's fine. She's asleep over there.
Are you one of them couples that's having trouble? If you're having coronavirus,
No. It ain't no different than home. It's just smaller quarters, but it ain't. It's about the same. I got got the TV, got the a radio, banana sausage, bologna. Pretty much that's the same too. I usually kept that stocked up on all that stuff at my home, whether the pandemic's going on or not. So really, besides a change of scenery, very much the same.
So Bill Barr said that history is written by the winners. And Bill Barr, Trump said that Bill Barr is going to go down in the history books.
Oh,
he's going to go down on the history books.
What?
It's gross. Is that what he said? I don't know. Listen, yeah, he definitely is going to go down in the history books.
Yeah, he is.
But Bill Barr, it looks like COVID. I mean, he looks like a physical representation of COVID. He looks like beginning of Jurassic Park cartoon DNA COVID disease. He just looks like a gray, sagging, just like a melted sack of human waste fell off an airplane. Just gray sludge, just like snow in damn side of the road in Cleveland. Like if you were going to make a commercial, if you were casting a commercial for COVID, like you would in the notice, you'd put looking for a Bill Barr type to play COVID. Or if it was Mad Men and they were coming up with the idea to run past the COVID company, like Sal would come out of his room with the boards and be like, look here. And he'd have like Bill Barr, like, I'm COVID on there. And Don Draper would be like, that's terrifying. If I wanted something that would make children run screaming from a magazine, then maybe I'd use that. Go back and give me something that I can actually use to advertise COVID disease. Not something that's going to make people retch and recoil in fear.
I always thought it looked like an old, sick Shawnee Big Boy.
Yeah, just like what happened to him.
Yeah.
He just got old in his dreams. Like Shoney's Big Boy stars in Death of a Salesman.
Yeah.
Like they make him look worse than he is.
Yeah.
Like it's not a naturally occurring appearance. It's something that would have to be concocted by some of the best makeup artists on Broadway.
Well, I'm mad as hell at the administration and Barr as usual. They're going to let Flynn walk, even though we know we talked to he admitted that he's guilty. He said he was. Anyhow, not guilty enough.
Jackie,
they forced him to say it or whatever the hell it is.
Are you talking about the Nelson Mandela of the Trump campaign?
What?
Are you talking about the Nelson Mandela of the 2020 Trump campaign?
No. I'm talking about Michael Flynn, man that was making deals with Russia, lied about it, didn't tell nobody that. He was making money hand over fist out of it with Turkey, all that stuff. He didn't report it, which you can do, but you're supposed to let people know that you're doing that, and he didn't. For some reason, didn't want nobody to know. Hell, he was going to get somebody out of the country, help Turkey kidnap somebody and get him over there, and Lord knows they're going to torture him and everything else. Now, look, I know he got a distinguished career, and people said, you don't know all the facts about this. You need to look at everything he did. Well, okay, yes, whatever he did in his illustrious military career, good for him, but I think it's at least questionable, his service to this country, when he, disregards every law that he swore to defend and uphold. The hell with him. I'd mad as hell about that, gonna let him walk, but then I let it all go and let that go easy. If they take those two men, the Georgia murderers in Georgia, and lock him up forever or whatever else they want to do to him, and let Flynn walk, that's a wash for me. That's fine. As long as those murderers down in Georgia for killing that young man, put them in jail for the rest of their damn life. Flynn can go do whatever. Flynn will be at the next damn convention. If they can have one, he'll do it all over again. He'll just lock her up. You watch, he'll get up there and get the whole crowd cheering with him. We'll do the whole thing over again, except hopefully this time I don't win.
I mean, we thought Trump was going to pardon Flynn anyway, right?
We knew he was going to. We knew he was going to pardon him. We knew he was going to pardon Rod Stone. We know he's going to do that. This is worse than that.
People were like, oh, it's going to be a constitutional crime. He just has Barr do it. Just get the Department of Justice to do it. Like, they don't have to sign. Like, what's this thing? Like, usually, like, everybody signs off on it. Oh, yeah, this is cool. Like, nobody signed off on it. Like, nobody at the Department of Justice did this. But it's what Bill Barr's there for. We couldn't figure out what's he there for. It's just to do all this. Just a real bad, not that he was never, ever not a heel, but just a real big heel turn. Like, he keeps turning. Like, he keeps getting worse. Like, it's like in wrestling, if they come out and they're like, now I'm going to hit you in the face, Hulk Hogan. And everybody's like, But then after that, he, like, starts shooting people in a damn crowd.
I honestly
going through their wallets.
I think Barr, like Trump just does stuff and doesn't think about consequences either way. I think Barr's been genuinely surprised at all that he's getting away with. Like, well, hell, if I can do that, I'm just going to do that. I bet, who knows what's going to do between now and November and after if crazy people put these people back in charge after what's happening now. Good Lord.
There's part of me that still the most surprising thing is that they actually said out loud that he was the Nelson Mandela of their campaign. But I guess it makes sense because
all these people at the courthouse with the guns are Rosa Parks.
Yeah. And damn people having to stay at home or Japanese internment camps, concentration camps. I guess white people see this stuff and they're like, these civil rights heroes or these martyrs of past racisms, and they're like, can I have the hero part without the civil rights struggle part? Like, why do they have it and I can't have it? Like, I want this part where a Martin Luther King Day for me. Where's my Martin Luther King Day? I'm General Flynn. Do you know what they did to me?
They can't have none of it. They're going to try to take it all, but hell no. Leave it alone. White people, leave all that mess alone. Good Lord.
We're all Rachel Dolezal now. Remember her? She was like the Tiger King of a few years ago.
I can't remember. No.
Then Trump talked to Putin, just in case, just when you think, Jackie, it's been 3-4 years of this. I don't understand how I'm still amazed. That he would, after all this with Flynn, on the day that they dropped the Flynn case, Trump calls Putin and he's like, oh yeah, things are really going to start happening now. I wouldn't be surprised, Trump said to the reporters, if you see a lot of things happen over the next number of weeks.
Yeah.
He told reporters that he and Putin had agreed that the investigation of Russian interference was a hoax and that he and Putin had undertaken to work together more closely from here on. First of all, if you're Trump and you're talking to somebody on the phone, he'll never understand this, but when they agree with you, they're trying to get you to hang up. That's 75% of people on the phone is trying to get the other person to hang up.
Oh, yeah.
So when somebody's going, yes, of course. Phone calls are the worst way to get people to agree with you now. It means nothing. People hate the fucking phone. Don't call anybody. They're trying to get you off of the phone so they can live their lives in a normal way with texts or emails even. Or a Zoom. A Zoom is better than just a phone call. It's the worst thing. Stop calling people, whoever you are. And if you think, oh, yeah, I called Frank and he agreed with me. He did not agree with you. He wanted you off the fucking phone. Frank thinks you're a fucking idiot. He's
watch your mouth.
Why is Jeremy still calling people on the phone? So, Jackie, let's check in on the Trump administration's handling of the coronavirus.
Why? What is it? What handling? Tell me what it is.
Well, let's see. He is saying that he's not wearing a mask. We don't know what he's doing. We know that he's a germaphobe. Supposedly he's not wearing a mask. When he goes out in public, he's not wearing a mask. When he meets senior citizens, he's not wearing a mask. World War II vets, how old are they?
They're up there, yeah.
Like, you should wear a mask anyway. Like, even when it ain't coronavirus. So I feel like maybe he's scared at home and he's maybe wearing a mask. But when he goes out, he's got to look like a big man. I ain't wearing a mask. Like all those fucking idiots in Walmart.
Watch your mouth.
Got to look like a big man. Those are the people who like him.
I know it. They're the people who are raising hell, calling people all sorts of names if they see you in Walmart wearing a mask. You can't. People trying to protect themselves. I'm liable before I catch the damn virus without wearing this mask. Somebody liable to try to start a fight and whoop my ass if I see me wearing one. Excuse my language. If I go in there, it's pitiful, pitiful. When people shooting each other over wearing a mask, supposed to get in a fight. That's how it starts, with a mask. It happened in Michigan, someplace else. McDonald's, some people got shot because they told them to put on a damn mask. What the hell's wrong with these people? What do you care? I mean, first off, we know you don't care at all because you ain't wearing a mask. If you ain't wearing a mask, you don't give a damn whether you get sick or anybody else gets sick or the nurse, the doctor. We know all that. We know all that. But why the hell you going to? Just pitiful.
Jackie, this country was founded on the fact that white people think we can go anywhere we want to.
Well,
we got on a boat in Europe and we're like, what's that over there? I think we done own it. And then we got over here and we went tromping through the woods and we're like, I own that. I own that. I own you. I own them. The whole thing from sea to shining sea is set up as a place where white men can just go wherever they want, hang out, do whatever they want to. They got women serving them, and they got brown people in the back being abused. It's sort of like a Hooters. This is the land. This is our home, and we're just waking up to it. Look, I got my hand over my heart. I'm just saying, you got to put some things in context here. Why do people think that they're being that having to sit at home is the same thing as being in a damn concentration camp? Because anytime you tell a white person what they can and can't do, they feel like they are in a concentration camp because they have no idea what it's like. That explains why, like, the cops, that explains, like, bathroom laws, like, oh, I can't go in the bathroom because there may be, like, anything that gets in the way of them doing everything they want to. Blue Lives Matter, unless they're telling me to close the salon.
Yeah.
Like, this whole time when everybody was talking about them hunting that poor man in Georgia, all the Republicans, all they were talking about was the salon owner in Texas.
Two different damn worlds. I know. Killing innocent men in the street, and she can't open up a damn nail salon. That's the biggest crisis over here. Here's the biggest crisis over here on this side of America. Pitiful.
Yeah, the only free people in America can be the white people, or else the white people go nuts. They go nuts. I am a white person. I'm a little nuts right now. I got in this house, Jackie. I don't know if you noticed, I ain't in the garage anymore.
Where is it?
Well, I noticed that it's over there by the Civil War battlefield here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. One of them houses over there in them neighborhoods. And I saw the damn husband was hiding in the garage.
Where?
I was like, what are you doing out here? He's like, what are you, a COVID straggler? I'm like, yeah, I just need a place to do my podcast, man. He said, I can't handle it in there anymore. I got 4 kids. Why don't you go in there? Eat a Ritz or something. So I snuck in there, and the wife says, who are you? And I said, I'm Dunlap. I just need a place to eat some crackers. And she's like, where's my husband? I said, he's hiding out in the garage. She's like, okay. So I guess we just switched places. It's like a reverse parasite. I mean, I'm sleeping in the bed. The kids are calling me daddy. I don't know how long this is going to last. I guess we're just, I don't know if we're doing play acting or if these are our new lives.
I hope you don't get that whole family sick wherever you come from if you're running from place to place.
No, I live here now.
What?
I live here now. They're in my bubble.
But what?
I've pretty much been in their garage for a month, so I think we're safe.
All right.
The only thing that sucks is the Coke and beer refrigerator is out in the garage. And I'm afraid if I go out there, he's going to be like, you know what? I'd like to use the actual bathroom again instead of going to the bucket corner.
All right. I don't need to hear about his bucket or where you. Just be careful wherever you are. At least they know you're there. They ain't going to shoot you if they know you're there.
Jackie, let's just real quickly, let's just go through a few more things here about the coronavirus. Texas Governor Abbott said, opening up, that's going to kill people. Just saying it out loud.
Everybody's saying it. What do you mean he's saying? The president, every time he talks, the number goes up. How many are you going to expect to go to? Well, first it was around 65, 70, 80. Yeah, today or yesterday is 100,000, but we're still doing a great job, and that's how he starts off. And it's like 40,000, 50,000. We're doing a great job. It's only going to be 100,000 people going to be dead now. It'll be 80 by the time this gets up on a computer, wherever it goes. It'll be 80,000 Americans dead. It didn't have to be, as far as I'm concerned.
Damn, he's going to be saying that the numbers ain't right. They done over in Axios. They said that every time numbers go up, Trump's like, that can't be real. I mean, he's just like the biggest idiot on your Facebook page, except luckily we're not related to him.
Well, unfortunately, he's leading the country at the moment in the time that we need somebody the most. Of course, if we had somebody decent, we wouldn't be in this damn situation in the begin with.
He argued with a nurse.
I saw that pitiful Nurses Day. Have them all there.
On Nurses Day.
On Nurse. That's why the hell were they there? It wasn't like they was just there. They having them there. They're all behind him on celebrating nurses, all the hard work that they're doing. Good Lord, we've lost a lot of nurses in this country from the job that they're doing. Woman turned around and said, well, maybe whatever the hell he said.
She said, well, PPE has been sporadic. Everybody knows that PPE has been sporadic. And he said, it was sporadic for you, maybe. So he said to the nurse. And we're like outraged at this, but he could put that on a campaign poster. Trump argues with nurses on Nurses Day. And his base would still vote for him. I mean, he probably gained some.
Yeah.
He probably win Wisconsin.
Yep.
And I can tell you, I'm not the president or anything, but you don't want to argue with a nurse. You're never going to win that fight.
No.
Arguing with a nurse is a bad idea. They're going to make things very uncomfortable for you or your loved one. Maybe if you're like Shirley MacLaine, give my daughter the shot, Maybe that'll work. But that has to be an Oscar caliber performance before you even think of arguing with a nurse.
Yeah.
Crazy, Jackie. It's crazy times here. And also the people, these people working in people working in factories, which are a lot of immigrants, a lot of people of color, getting hit in these meat plants and these what do you call them? The necessary factories. So they're all getting hit with this stuff. And then people like the Wisconsin Supreme Court Chief Justice Patience Roggensack, which is a great name, said, that's the meat packing. The surge was due to the meat packing. That's where Brown County got the flare. It wasn't just the regular folks in Brown County. It's funny that everything that outrages me these days really just seems like it could have come from my Facebook.
It's like everybody else in this country. When something bad happens to the country, people of color is going to be worse for them, just like everything.
Yeah, that may be also another reason so many Republicans and Trumpies don't think anything bad is happening right now, because it's happening predominantly to people of color. It's happening a lot to older people who they've stopped. That's, if I don't have to go run out to Kroger's for mama, that gives me 2 more hours on a Sunday.
Most of those nursing homes there's only so many rich and fancy nursing homes. Most of the people in nursing homes, governments, they ain't working. Those people ain't working. The government having to pay for Medicare. The hell with them. All is wiping out all people. Now, you wait and see. Things may change if this gets into, which I hope it don't. I don't want it to. I honestly hope what they got planned, opening up some of these places, I want it to work. I don't want nobody to get sick. Good, bad, even Stephen Miller's wife. I hope she gets better. I don't want no one to get sick. So I hope to God they know what they're talking about. Now, they ain't ever known what to talk about anything else. So I don't know why this would be different. So I hope all these, Middle America, Southern America, when they go back to work, don't nobody get sick. I hope it don't. But I tell you what, it don't take but one person. And every damn doctor and scientist done told us how easy it is to catch this. So it's one person to live way out, in the boonies saying, I don't know. I live out here. I don't buy nobody, but I need to go into town at least. Need to see Papa. Need to go see him. Ain't seen him in a while. And then my grandson on the other side, I ain't seen him. I need to see my grandson first time. Go over to see them. They're like, well, hell, I ain't ate at Luby's in a long time. When I'm in town, I got to eat at Luby's. You go there. Oh, and I need to go to church Sunday church. That's half a damn town right there. It don't take but one person. Now, I hope that one person again. Hope it don't show up. Hope it don't. We're going to see one way or another 2-3 weeks from now, and I hope to God we're all doing okay. But it don't look like it. It looked like the numbers keep going up. I ain't seen them go down yet.
But other than that, I've just been sitting at home. Listen, Jackie, I got one more story for you. Jared Kushner, do you know him, the president's son-in-law? He's got a response team that he spearheads where they got volunteers trying to round up PPE. So he apparently they told the folks he's working with, said we got a lot of VIPs volunteering for this, and we got to make sure that they are our number one priority. So when they call in, do what they say on a double. So Fox and Friends host Brian Kilmeade called 2 people he knew in the administration to pass along a lead about PPE. And Janine Pirro, Judge Janine, called in. It's like, can we get some masks for this hospital over here? Like, they're having to drop everything when Brian Kilmeade calls. I don't know. There's some. I passed a construction site, and there were a lot of pipes.
Not even
turn those into something.
Not even Fox News stops everything when he calls in. Nobody stops everything that they're doing when Brian Kilmeade calls. Nobody.
Hey, isn't Kilmeade the one who asked Trump? Was that today he interviewed Trump about the killing, the murder in Georgia? And he was like, how can we, Mr. President, how can we keep this from turning into a racial thing?
What?
That's what he said. It would be a shame.
I wish he'd asked the 2 damn murderers that before they went out with a gun looking to kill some damn body.
So that's Brian Kilmeade, folks. So when he calls in with a lead, it's like the worst. I got the Kilmeade leads. The Kilmeade leads are fucking worthless. What the fuck? The fucking Kilmeade leads?
Hey, enough. I don't want to hear all of it.
That was Median.
What is it?
Jackie, did you hear about the murder hornets?
I ain't seen them yet, but I heard about them.
How you gonna see them? You had stuck down in that bunker.
I ain't gonna go out looking for them. You're damn right.
I want to see one. Why don't you get a bunch of bee thoraxes and open up that window up there and lay the bee heads and carcasses around and get them murder hornets in there? I want to see one. Just get one of them in there.
Let me get one.
Like a pet.
No. I don't want no damn murder hornet. There's a damn virus out there I don't want in here, and I don't sure as hell don't want no murder. Do I get an option to pick which one I want? A virus or murder hornet? How bad are the murder hornets? That just hurts you real bad, right? It sting you and hurt you.
Well, if they gang up on you, I think they can kill you.
Well,
Oh, sure. Now you're a murder hornet skeptic.
No, I just.
You sound like a damn pandemic lady.
No.
There ain't no murder hornets.
Well, I ain't seen none. I know there's a virus out there, but I know, as the president says, it's invisible enemy.
You're a real warrior, Jackie. I hope Bill Gates don't drop none of them murder hornets off for you there. You don't believe in either one of them, murder hornets or Bill Gates.
Who's he?
Computers.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, this Jackie Pro's still on here.
Folks, faithful, it's Dunlap. I'd like to thank everybody for sticking with us during this pandemic. It's crazy time, huh, Jackie? I've never seen nothing like it.
I ain't seen nothing in my lifetime like this. No. Well, hope all of y'all are staying as safe as you can. Hope your loved ones are doing all right. We know it's scary out there, and things ain't things just ain't good. And we're thinking all about y'all. We think about everybody. Actually, I try to think about everybody. I hope you're doing okay. If you're thinking about getting your gun and going down for a protest or anything like that, I tell you to stop and count to 10 maybe before you do it and decide to stay in. That's the best I can do on that. But all y'all just be safe and do what the doctors tell you. Don't do what Fox News or the damn president tells you.
If there's a doctor on Fox News, chances are they're not a real doctor.
Yeah, be double check that. I'm telling you, Lord knows CNN's got more than enough problems, but I think they need to change it over just a Dr. Sanjay channel, and I'd watch it more often. He's on there a lot. I can just flip it off when he's not, but he's on pretty much every show. He went shopping the other day, put on his mask.
Oh, where'd he go?
I don't know, some grocery store. I don't think he went. There wasn't hardly anybody in there, but he went in there and said, "Don't touch nothing unless you want to get it." But that's hard for me because when I went shopping, used to go, I want to read the back of everything, make sure it's the right kind, because if you don't look, you're going to wind up coming home with everything just a little bit off, just a little. Well, I didn't mean to get lightly salted. I want to get all the things because the bags look the same. But do the best you can. Just get up close and look at it. Don't.
I want to say that's one of the biggest tricks that they pull is the lightly salted. Unsalted tops. You get, I just need a box of crackers. Fuck.
Yeah.
Ain't no salt on these.
Yeah.
That's like 9 times out of 10. If you mess up by not reading the box, it's because of the unsalted tops.
Look, it's low sodium to me means low taste.
But Jackie, your blood pressure.
I know. But my blood pressure is going to get just as high for taking a bite of something and expecting it to be good, and it ain't.
This is the type of medical advice you can expect from Fox News, what Jackie just said.
Well, I ain't Dr. Sanjay, and I ain't no doctor, never claimed to be. Just telling you,
Any doctor on TV, 50-50 chance they're not a real doctor. Fox News, that number goes up to 90-95%. None of the people on Fox News who are, however they're introduced, they don't really do that. It's all fake news. I just did it.
I like Dr. Sanjay now. I think he's a real doctor. I think he is. But I like him either way, whether he is or not.
Jackie, are we still supposed to tell people go to our Patreon during these troubled economic times? We got people have been giving us damn money. We've been getting new people on there.
I know, bless all your hearts. I don't of all the times, but somebody told me, I said, well, I ain't gonna, tell nobody to give me no money or something like this. I said, well, if I want to give it to you, let them do it. And I said, well, yeah, but still, I just feel a little guilty that other people deserve money, but I ain't gonna tell them not to. Lord knows it helps us, it helps everything. So bless your hearts for doing it. If you're able to do it, keep on doing it. But if you ain't able to do it, Lord knows. Of course, I'm sure y'all got your $1,200. You take $5 out of that, I guess. feed yourself and your family first, foremost, of course. I shouldn't have to tell anybody that. But we also have, besides having that, and of course, if you give to that, some people give $1, some people give $2, but the people that give $5 get a whole extra one of these. Actually, 20 extra minutes of one of these, where you hear more of us yammering on about this or that, whatever it may be. But that's $5 a month or more, which I can't see anybody definitely not giving more, but bless your heart, they have in the past, and we sure do appreciate it. But still, right now, the main focus it's like that $500 million to paint that wall black. Put that money aside if you have to. You know, if I got to have this $500 million for 20 extra minutes. Well, you know, maybe now's not the time, but either way, we're appreciative. I thank you. But we also have local sponsors here to help us keep the lights on, keep the computers running, keep this working somehow, which I still don't know how it works, what we're doing right now, but we're happy that it's working so we can do this. So thank you all for that, and we want to thank our local sponsors. They give us $25, and we're happy to support them on here, and they give us support, and that's how it works. That's how capitalism is supposed to work. Supposed to.
And what's a good example of how it's not supposed to work? Everything else that's happening right now?
Pretty much, yeah. This is one example in which they pay me for a service, $25. I do something for them. It ain't like somebody giving us, what, 100,000. What's that welfare, industrial welfare? What do you call it? Company welfare. They don't want to give people $2,000 a month. I heard some Democrats trying to do that and help everybody out. $2,000 a month for a while, but no, everybody raised holy hell over that. By God, no, sir, they ain't gonna do that. But they don't give a damn when they give Amazon and all these people don't pay a damn tax. Give them $100 million. What's wrong with people? What is wrong with you?
If you had told me that this would be happening and people would be protesting with guns, I would have thought, oh, they're protesting, past me would have thought, with guns to intimidate the government into giving them money to take care of them because the government ain't giving them enough. They probably gave them several $1,000s to get through the spring and summer, but they're not enough to make ends meet. They got to go out there, show the government, like, look, we mean business, help us out. We're really hurting. But instead of demanding that the government pay their bills while the government tells them to stay home, they're saying, time to go to work. That is capitalism. You know, I don't understand it.
I don't understand either.
I see people like on Twitter, like Bernie Sanders people say, this is what it is. I'm like, I thought it was different, like healthier.
No.
Like, I mean, I if you'd say, is it good or bad? I say, hey, it's good if you're rich, but I don't even know if it's good if you're rich now. A lot of people, pictures of guillotines on Twitter, which is just idiots. Or maybe big guillotine on there. Nobody's ever like, oh, look here, it's a bot. Works for the guillotine industry.
All right.
How do we know that's not what's happening?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't really understand economics. I may got a little off track here. I just thought if I had a gun, I'd be like, give me $2,000 this month.
No. I want you to give
not like I want to go to Georgia and get one of them haircuts.
Give them Tyson factories that are horrible conditions, getting everybody sick. Give them a bunch of money to be able to fight all the lawsuits that's coming. That's what I want you to do. Get my gun out there. Give them corporations. Give Tyson hundreds of millions of dollars, by God, because they're going to need it in legal fees. So get out there and help them. Help them. Well, our sponsor ain't nobody like it. Our sponsor ain't nobody like Tyson, anything like that. I got a good sponsor, and a sponsor that's providing things for the local community here in Murfreesboro. And I'm sure if they were able to, they'd be supplying it all over the country if they were able to. But they're local here, and God love them. I tell you what, it's wipers. They wipe down all your groceries for you. Some of them got sick, I have to say. The crew ain't as big as it is, but they still got some people that are doing okay, wiping. And You know,
that's capitalism. That's taking. We're saying we're more important because we got the money to pay these people to wipe our shit for us. They're the wipers. We've created a new class of people called the wipers, Jackie. That's not healthy.
Well, they did it themselves. They saw a service and wanted to do it. And
because they're not as good as us. There's something in their DNA, I guess.
What? What are you talking about? Anyhow, if you need somebody to wipe it, it takes a lot of energy to go to the store, come back, and wipe it all down yourself, especially old like me, got arthritis. Of course, I planned. I ain't been to the grocery store. I ain't got to go nowhere. I got stacks and stacks of Vienna sausage go all the way to the ceiling almost over here. But some people, old arthritis, don't want to wipe it all down. You got wipers going to come over and take care of it to wipe it down outside of your house. Then they come inside and wipe it down in there. So it gets wiped down twice. About the safest thing you can do. And I tell you what, they care so much about this community. They starting as a news, especially this week, everything was damn horrible, and it pretty much just gets worse every week as long as this pandemic goes on. People keep dying. And by God, wipers, they see the good and the bad out there. You know, they out there in the middle of it, fighting the fight. They're out there on the front lines, wiping down cans of peas, wiping down cans of corn, you name it, whatever's in that can, they're going to wipe it down. And by God, they see a lot, but there's a lot of good that they see. And they said, Jackie, we want to bring some good news to the people in all this terrible horror show that we're living right now. And I said, well, that'd be nice. You ought to do that. So sponsored by them, by Wipers, is a new segment we have on here. It's a sponsor segment. But it's happy stuff, and there's happy stuff going on. You remember the elderly lady had so much toilet paper she didn't know what to do with it. Bless her heart. There's stories like that. There's so many wonderful stories out there of people helping people. And I tell you what, there's an extra sponsor that I got that's involved in this, but it's Wipers, happy stuff, but the happy stuff happens to be made by another older sponsor. Y'all remember Kayleigh Snack Food, also proprietor of Kayleigh Cinemas, a great Christian entertainment and great Christian food, a Bible verse in every bag, as I said, Bible page in every bag of snacks, and they had an assortment of delicious snacks. Well, they wanted to get in on this, and Lord knows we need snacks, and Lord knows we need Bible verses, but right now what we really need is masks, because there ain't enough going on. Here in Murfreesboro, maybe don't need as much because most people ain't going to wear them for whatever reason, but there are still some older people like myself and some concerned people, and you want to wear that mask. You're supposed to wear that mask. It says CDC says to wear it, so put it on. And now people starting to have a little fun with the mask. They say, well, I got to wear a mask. I don't want to wear just a regular mask. I want one with a smartphone, something like that, or one with a Care Bear, or what else do the kids like today? They love Smurfs, they love Care Bears. What else they love? Winnie Pooh. Winnie
the Pooh, yeah.
Winnie Pooh. Those are the kids love him. And you put that on a mask, and it's just cute and funny. Not necessarily funny that the kids wear it, you wear it, but when you come home, Mama's got the Winnie Pooh on her face, and it's just adorable. But I tell you what, you can have something else on your face, on your mask, that might mean a little more to people than, say, a Winnie the Pooh or a rainbow, a bright, whatever else it is. And I tell you what that is. That's right, Scripture. That's right, word from God himself, Scripture. And Kayleigh's Bible mask is something. If that ain't happy stuff, I don't know what is. You want some happy stuff on your face, and they're helping Wipers for every 3 bags of groceries that they wipe down for you. Kayleigh's a Bible mask are going to provide you with a brand new Bible mask. They are rewashable. You can use them at least 2 times for sure. At least 2 times for sure. Because, you wash it too many times and the Bible verse comes out of it, and when you don't want it anyway on that.
So is that what they make the Wipers wear too? Is it a damn mask with a verse from the Bible on it?
Well, they wear some. Whatever kind of mask you get. That's hard to come by. Even though most people ain't wearing them, it's still hard to come by. So Wipers, they'll wear whatever they can get. They wear Smurfs, Rainbow Bright, whatever. Fred Flintstone, you name it. They'll wear it because they're professional, want to stay safe.
Do you get to pick the verse from the Bible on your mask?
Verse? Oh,
Yeah.
You get to pick a lot more than a verse. I'm telling you what, there's a whole book on Kayleigh's Bible mask. That's right, a whole book of the Bible. You ain't going to just get a little verse or a saying, just a little, and some number jump there. No, sir, you're getting the whole book of John. You're getting the whole book of Luke. You name it. You want it, it's available. If it's a book, and there's Corinthians, if you go on and on, it's all on the mask, the whole thing. So you ready to go. No matter where you're going to be, you got the Bible.
How do you get how do you see the book? How can you read it?
How do you see it? You read it. You know how to read it. You pick up a Bible and look at it and read it. Don't you? It's the same as on the mask. Now, there ain't a whole lot of room on the mask, that's true, but I'm telling you what, you can read every word of it. If somebody got that mask on, you get right up.
You can't get right up close to somebody in a mask.
Shut your mouth. They got a mask on. I wouldn't say get up in the face of just anybody, but if you see a Kayleigh Bible, a mask they're wearing, and you might get a little something from that. You know, you read the Bible in the morning, every morning, it makes you feel a little bit better. Same face mask. You see someone in a store, you see someone on the street, and you say, "What's that on their face? That ain't a Smurf. That ain't Scooby-Doo. What is it?" And you get right up to it, look on it, and you say, "Well, good Lord, there's all in red. That's Jesus' word."
No, and you get right up in it, you're gonna get whatever they got. It's the opposite of what you're supposed to do. Just because it ain't either or. You have to mask and a social distance.
The mask, it's on the outside of the mask. It ain't you turn it around where all the stuff is when you breathe it in the snot and the bugger, whatever. That's on that side. There ain't no Bible on that side. That'd be a waste of Bible, and nobody wants to waste a Bible. The Bible's on the outside of the mask. You turn the mask, you don't turn it around, you wear it like you're supposed to, and then you get up close to it.
Don't get up close to it. That's what you're not supposed to do.
If you're going to read the Bible, you got to get up close to it.
Then don't read the Bible.
Don't say that on here. That's blasphemous.
I mean, you can read the Bible if you want to read the Bible, but don't read the Bible off a tiny-ass print on somebody's mask. That's supposed to be keeping you safe.
Bible should be everywhere. Don't matter. You just be you
understand. I'm glad you locked yourself down in that bunker because you do not understand the principles of social distancing.
Well, you go ahead.
Social distancing until somebody got a Bible on their face.
Well, you get your damn Captain Caveman mask and put it on and see how cute you are. Nobody gives a damn about that. That ain't going to help nobody. That ain't going to do anybody good. The word of God going to help you. And it ain't going to hurt nobody to get up close and read the word of the Lord.
I would like a Captain Caveman mask if anybody's found one.
Right. Well, that's my sponsor. That's the happy stuff this week. Don't mind what
Don't do it.
Don't mind what this one over here is running this mouth.
Matter of fact, if you see somebody walk around with a book of the Bible, a Kayleigh's Bible mask on their face, stay extra far away from them because you know people been up there saying, "Oh yeah, let me read a little bit of the good book. Oh yeah, let me get it all over you."
You don't have to be breathing heavy when you read the Bible. Something wrong with you if you like that.
Some people love it. Some people turns in. How many preachers you think get turned on?
All right.
Hypocrite. Being a hypocrite. Oh.
Wipers, if you need your groceries wiped good and safely, call Wipers. That's the happy stuff that they brought us this week. God bless him, and God bless Kayleigh's Bible masks. If you just have to get out, and Lord, especially if you stay in, but if you have to get out and you don't mind somebody making fun of you, calling you Nancy Pelosi, that's what makes somebody guilty right there. Somebody call you Nancy Pelosi or whatever, wearing a mask, and they get up close, see the Bible, and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, I shouldn't have spoke." So maybe it helped keep you safe. If you got to wear a mask, I'd want to wear a Bible, Holy Bible's mask. So that's my sponsor, and that's a happy stuff. Glad to bring you a little happy stuff. Glad that the Wipers could bring us a little happy stuff. Lord knows we need it now.
Jackie, I have a sponsor this week that I think you're really going to like. I've noticed that there's it's just not enough. I don't know what you'd call it these days. Everybody's so stressed out. These troubled times. We all got to stick to things are just fucking trouble these
watch your
times are.
mouth. Watch
And
your
it's just
mouth.
not enough good news, I guess you'd call it, or like, I don't know, like happy stuff.
I just said
I don't know
happy
if you
stuff.
have enough of that.
I just said
I
it.
thought what we would do is we'd have a new segment on here where things are, I don't know what the right phrase is. It's not good news. It's not happy stuff. That's stupid. It's more like
Not stupid.
a pleasant recounting. I got a new segment this week, Jackie, called A Pleasant Recounting.
I don't know about that.
A lot of people get upset. Things are going hard. People sick. People getting mad. People want to open up the economy for people feel really ready. But then also, like, your kids have been home for 3 fucking months.
All right, watch your mouth.
People become a lot less risk averse after they've been around their kids for 3 months. So it's just a lot going on internally, and we could really use a pleasant recounting these days. So I hope I know I'm not saying things ain't bad. I'm just saying maybe take a mental health break and let's just have a little good, pleasant recounting. I don't know if you remember last week, Jackie, I told the story of corn, one of those good-hearted new products that come onto the marketplace, not to make money, but to help.
You just said it was to make money. They had corn. They had to put the name on it. What are you talking about?
You remember, of course, Miss Laura Ragland, a beloved figure here in Murfreesboro. She worked for the school system in lunchrooms here in Murfreesboro for years and years. Everybody knew her routine. On the way home, she'd stop at this little package store. She'd get one tall boy, and then she'd drive on home, park in her garage, and she had probably brought with her under her sizable arms 2 or 3 giant dented cans of niblet corn. She loved corn, and she loved taking home cans that were probably not fit to feed children. And she stacked them in her garage, and then she'd drink her tall boy, and after she had quieted the inner storm, she would fold up the little paper bag and put it on a shelf too. And then, so when she passed away, her grandchildren turned it all over to my friend and her grandson, damn old Lil Meaty. You know Lil Meaty. Me and Lil Meaty go way back. And he said, "What the fuck am I going to do with a garage full of fucking dented cans of corn?
All right, enough of the mouth.
And these little bags." I said, "Little Meaty, you're going to think I'm crazy. But have you ever heard of the phrase corn? He said, "What?" I said, corn. And he said, "That sounds like something you could pay $5 for, and we would drive by and throw a little sack, little brown paper sack of corn at your house."
What?
It's a snack. It's a quarantine snack. Corn. Corn. Jackie, corn was born. We thought that was going to be the damn slogan, but it doesn't really make sense. It's just something that happened. Corn was born, but it rhymes, so it wasn't terrible. But we were going to keep thinking about it. But, you know, Lil Meaty and me go way back, but we just don't get along. But luckily, I've got another friend. You know, Big Meat City. Big Meat City is Lil Meaty's rival. But they're rivals because their grandmothers were both beloved figures in the Murfreesboro school lunchroom system. You know, Miss Nina Vanderherk. Well, Miss Nina was known as the pickling queen of Rutherford County because of her pickled baby corn. Now, Jackie, you ain't going to sit there and tell me that you ain't never had none of Miss Nina Vanderherk's pickled baby corn.
I don't remember eating it, but
And she would bring, I remember being a kid, and she was old, so this may have even happened to you. She'd come in, she'd stole a damn shopping cart, a damn buggy from Kroger's, and she'd come, you'd hear it coming, we'd be in the lunchroom and be like, where's the pickled baby corn? Ain't none. God damn it, we'd say.
All
Children,
right.
little
Enough
children,
of the
fuck.
mouth. Don't.
Say,
Why
where's
you-
the pickled baby? And then we'd hear the shopping cart coming down. She'd throw them doors open. A big woman with a lot of presents. She'd say, the pickling queen of Rutherford. And she'd start throwing everybody a little bit. She'd reach down with her giant hands in these big ass jars, and she'd fling a pickled baby corn. Everybody go crazy. Oh, and Miss Laura Ragland, who runs this, she'd be like, oh, here you are. Nana, I was hoping you. And then eventually, though, we were like, as you grow up, pickled baby corn is something that babies eat. As you start to grow up emotionally, sexually, you say, this is not, I'm a man now. I'm a woman. I do not want pickled baby corn.
I don't want to hear pickled baby corn from a man, woman, anything. Is that your damn sponsor? Just say it. Pickled baby corn. Done. Enough of this story.
Well, Ms. Laura Ragland said, you know what? The kids just ain't into the pickled baby corn anymore. Nine, I'm sorry, but I cannot purchase your pickled baby corn for the lunchroom any longer. The kids just ain't eating it. And she was proper. Miss Nina was a proper lady, and she was embarrassed. I remember that day. I was sitting in there. Somebody had paid me 25 cents to mush everything on my plate together, then eat it, then like mush it in my mouth again, and then eat it again. I made a lot of money doing that. But I remember the look on Miss Nina's face, and she went home. She said, I guess no more pickled baby corn from me. And she went on home, and we thought that was it. Well, Big Meat City said that caused a huge rivalry between me and Little Meaty. Now, I know you and Little Meaty go way back, but I want justice for Nina.
I barely remember the man. I've heard the name. Do you remember a name like that? But I couldn't even tell you what it looked like.
Big Meat City said Nina deserves justice, and we went into her garage, and apparently she had been shame pickling pickled baby corn for years, just full of jars of pickled baby corn. Now, she did not have the little brown paper bags. She was not an alcoholic. So me and Big Meat City said, if people were paying us $5 to throw a sack of corn at their house, they'd probably pay us $7 to throw unsacked pickled baby corn at their house. And we can text them and let them know that they're coming up, social distancing. And if they get lucky, it'll go right in their mouth.
No.
And if not, it's still a fun experience that we'll remember. It's like Tiger King or whatever. We'll remember the corn. We'll remember corn. We'll remember Tiger King. And we'll remember pickled baby corn. Or as we're calling it, Corn Rona.
What?
Corn Rona. We also thought about Corn Row Nah, but we thought, I don't know what that means. It seems too complicated. Do you like that better? I mean, these are still early in the branding stage.
I don't like none of it. I really don't like pickled little corns. I don't like it. The only place I ever seen that is on like a fancy salad bar at Old Charlie's or something like that. I don't ever see no pickled little corn like that. And I don't miss it. I don't care if they eat it. So I don't want it thrown at me, let alone land in my mouth or on my porch anywhere.
Jackie, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Why don't you treat yourself?
Well, I don't want to treat myself. If I treat myself, I get some ice cream or something. I don't want no damn pickled baby corn. I don't like it.
Me and Big Meat City, we go way back, and he's been telling me, I hear this a lot from people. They think they're not good enough for pickled baby corn. That's not true, Jackie. I mean, you've got to get over this imposter syndrome. You are perfectly good enough. You're welcome to pickle baby corn, and you
I don't
deserve
like it. Well, it ain't about being welcome to it. If I want to go get it, I go get it. It's a free country. I know. I do what I want to. You said, white man, eat what you want. Fine, I will. That's the last thing I'm going to eat. I ain't going to eat no pickle baby corn. Don't like the taste of it. It ain't my thing. Now,
well.
if you want to put it on your salad, I always thought old Charlie's salad bars a little bit hoity-toity for me. Sony is fine. Sony salad bar, I don't have no little baby pickle corn on it. I don't want it on there. It makes it easier. It's less something I have to work around. Get what I want. Cheese, lettuce, regular things. Not sweet baby pickle corn. Putting on airs. Your salad bar is putting on airs as far as I'm concerned. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It's got to do with you.
I can see you thinking that it's putting on airs when you just go to a fancy salad bar. First of all, if you're eating at the salad bar, you're a little fancy anyway. But we're talking about carrying a big jug and the damn car, like a Corolla, and with the windows down, masks on, throwing damn corn at people. That ain't fancy. That's a communal experience where we come together. It ain't about putting on airs. It's about getting rid of airs. No more airs.
Whether I like the food or not, it don't matter. Whether the fancy food, if you come by my house and throw caviar at me, I don't want no kind of food thrown at me. Period. Don't throw nothing. I got half fancy or less fancy or any of it is. I love cold wieners. Love them. Eat them out right out of the bag. Like I said many times. I don't want you coming anywhere near my property and throwing a cold wiener at me or any member of my family. Don't throw food at nobody. It's the stupidest thing I ever heard of in my life, fancy or not.
Well, I wish you had told me that before. I spent the last several nights driving by the store a few times, chucking corn at it. I thought you was out there gathering it. You can't let that sit out there. That's another thing. That's why we let people know we're coming. You can't let that sit out there. That attracts all sorts of pests and animals.
I know it. Rats and possums, raccoons, everything with the thing. You don't want none of that. You better not.
No, they love this stuff.
All
basically, I'd go up there with a gun right now, Jackie. I mean, it's everything you just named: stray cats, pregnant cats, Maine dogs, damn gnats, those really scary earthworms.
I ain't going out there to clean it up. If all them critters gonna come eat it, so be it. You gonna make
murder hornets.
You're going to give all them critters that need to eat whatever they can find, you're going to give them a fancy palate. And how they going to, when all of a sudden you run out of fancy corn to throw at anybody, where they going to eat? Back to garbage? No, sir. You talk about putting on airs, you're going to have fancy raccoons, fancy possums, whatnot, the best food to throw at them. They don't want to eat none of that. They ain't going to go back to trash. You're going to ruin the whole scheme I have, ecology I have. It works from the top to the bottom. You mess it all up doing that, throwing that out in the wild like that, whether it's at my house or anybody else's.
Do you think they'll wear little tuxedos?
All right.